back. I just wanted to see what Damien did different because... Click.
It's nothing.
No. I didn't read that. Shut up. It's when... they were eating like pigs. We all know I'm doing the Damien route now. Some they were like pigs and she went to laugh and I always picked so I didn't, but I did. I always picked those two, but never so then. So then, I looked back at Damien, who had been silent the whole time. He was leaning against the far wall, moving his lips almost silently to the empty space beside him. Out of curiosity, I looked the same way, though. I found nothing there. What are you doing?
It's nothing.
Are you sure? Huh. Looked back to see Damien looking at me with his normal blank face. I couldn't help but stare back, feeling the red tint of embarrassment spreading across my face. I stared at Damien, gave a very small smile, and closed his eyes. He gave a small smile. I can't see. Returning to his thoughts. You're weird. I'll be right back as I skip through the rest of this. And that took little to no time at all. Damien! Helping Damien with the lobby. The lobby looks fine. I stayed in the lobby with Damien, who nodded to me and passed me a dust cloth.
We have to dust off the railings and other surfaces before we mop the floor. Is that okay?
I don't care. There's going to be a lot of references being, damn it, Damien, in this. I nodded and rolled up my sleeves, climbing the steps of the staircase. You're going to fall down. Easy as cake. Jingle your balls somewhere else. Both Damien and I began to climb to the top of the stairs, wiping the dust off the railing as we went. However, a silly idea came to my mind. I looked over to Damien, wondering if he could read what I was thinking. As I expected, Damien looked over in slight surprise before giving me a slightly concerned look.
What if you get hurt?
What's going on? Oh, she's going to slide down the railing, isn't she? Oh, come on, it'll be fun. I did it all the time as a kid. Damien stared at the rail and thought. My mind began to wonder how much fun my idea was, hoping my thoughts would convince him. Damien sighed softly before smirking slightly and nodding. Woo! I quickened my pace on the rail, dusting as quickly as I could. As I got to the top, Damien followed quickly behind on the opposite side until we both were at the top of the stairs. We both then jumped up and sat on the top of the rail, sliding down each side like a roller coaster. Shut up! There was a lot of thought and execution, but not much to stopping.
Watch out!
Oh, Jesus. Whee! Our brakes had become us slamming... Why is there space? Slamming into each other and landing on the floor. Him on top of me? Of course, why not? Just because that's how it works. I stared up at him in surprise as he looked down at me in concern. Neither of us knew what to say. Laugh. That's not the right button. Laugh. Enter. Here we go. Save some for the fishes! Jeez. I started to laugh, but I didn't know why. I just started reading and you continue. I swear to all that's good and holy. I took away the rabbit's waterproofages. I started to laugh, but I didn't know why. I couldn't control myself. I closed my eyes and laughed in pure enjoyment of what just happened. Click. Damien began to laugh as well, smiling widely. That was amazing. Both of us ended up laughing on the floor. Damien rolled off me and held his stomach as I held mine. It was not that funny, guys. Come down. We were both completely engulfed in joy.
You were right. That was fun.
I'm gonna be laughing a lot hearing Damien talk, because I don't hear him a lot in the way he says things to make me giggle. See, I told you! Jesus. Both of us curled into ourselves, facing each other in laughter before we looked at each other with smiles. However, Damien's face softened as his laughter slowly died. He smiled with happiness in his eyes and blushed across his cheeks. I stared in surprise, my face turning red in return, but my mind going blank. What? I couldn't stop staring at Damien's smile. It's so beautiful. Something about him was just completely charming. His eyes had a mixture of happiness and a small bit of yearning. He's a sex demon. Soon, though, Damien stood up and reached a hand down me, breaking my silent thoughts.
Come on. We need to keep cleaning.
Right, he can read your thoughts. It's nice. I slowly nodded before standing and continuing to clean alongside him. And now what? We didn't have any sex moment? That sucks. Now the party arrived. Woo! I really don't care. You know what? This is a handy button. Woo! I really don't care. I really don't. Put my hands up right now. I don't care. I don't... I'm doing... I don't know.
I'm so sorry about your grandfather passing away.
I don't care. Thank you for your fucking condolences.
Do you have college plans?
Yes, I do.
What do you think?
What do you think of the philanthropic policy the company has?
Do you think the company should expand from just toys?
No, it's Anderson Toy Company. Oh, Jesus. I don't care. Hi, you're last.
I'm honored to be invited.
Yeah, me too. Thanks.
You're welcome. Praises very much.
Just shut the fuck up. Stay. Yeah, you be angry, Dad. I don't care about you. I don't care about nobody. Oh, wow, I should probably read this. Fuck off. Yeah, you know Max is here. Run like a bitch. Okay, that's enough. We're... Just pretend that never happened. My life. Where was my life going? I'll just sleep.
I promise to be with you forever.
Oh, God.
You're so important to me.
I swear I'll give my life to you. Please, let me love you.
I did.
I'll be by your side, always.
You were.
I can't imagine living without you.
Well, too bad, you're gonna have to.
I want to be with you.
Soon.
I love you.
Not yet. I slowly opened my eyes, letting the voices of my dream echo in my head and force me awake. I rubbed my eyes before sitting up and looking at my clock. 7 a.m. Gross. I fell back onto the bed and closed my eyes, trying to get back to sleep. However, something kept me awake. Why? I've read these lines so many times. It's too early to be alive. I gave up and sat up, staring at the fireplace across my bed. A sigh escaped from between my lips before I threw my legs over the side of the bed. What to do at 7 a.m. in the morning? Exploration! Actually, no. Make some coffee. I decided making coffee was the best bet in surviving the rest of the day. Why not? Haven't had coffee in forever. I got out of bed and made my way to the kitchen. I'm concerned of what I was in. Wow, I really kept going there. That I was in pajama pants and a tank top. I rummaged through the cabinets for coffee machine and any makers for coffee. Surely my grandfather had some. A French press. Well, it's better than nothing. As I began to make my coffee, I checked my email, text, and my phone. No new important emails, no text messages. I sighed, quickly made my coffee, just how I like it, and sat on the counter. But then I began to wonder, would this happen every day? Would this happen every day? Thank you. I let the question linger in my mind. For a whole morning, I did not think once about the boys or Malax. Everything was peaceful, everything was average. Arranged! Everything was arranged! Nothing magical, dangerous, or unusual. Getting through this! I simply drank my coffee and let the thought marinate in the back of my mind. Hi, Taki! Hi! 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 Yeah! You're cute! Freaking dogs. I simply drank my coffee and let the thought... Stop whining! Let the thought marinate in the back of my mind. Jesus. You're almost 4 years old! You're not a puppy. I returned to bed, feeling the weight of the morning drag me under my covers to try and sleep. I'm not reading a bedtime story. Again. Where am I? Covers is sleeping again. I had energy, but I wanted to sleep. It was Sunday and was nothing happening today. My God. Come on, eyes. Back to sleep. I shut my eyes, tried to slow my breathing, looked at my phone and checked the time once again. It was noon, yet it felt like I had slept much longer. Why was time going so slowly? I sighed, got changed into normal clothes, and went out to the main hall and sat on the stairs. Sundays were very boring. However, the muffled sound of a battle caught my attention. I quickly went out to the backyard in response to the noise I had heard. Hey, it's the guys fighting, and in the yard were all 5 boys practicing fighting. Sam was in the middle, and the other 4 surrounding him, throwing the punches and kicks at him. Sam, being the strongest of the bunch, blocked and dodged each almost masterfully. Just leave them be. Let the boys be boys. I just watched. The boys were very much in their own world, focusing on the training they were all in. It was better not to disturb them. I checked the time and decided to head into the kitchen. I I was getting hungry, and I'm sure the boys would need to eat soon, so lunch was a must. Might as well make lunch today. It's been a while since I cooked. Lunch wasn't particularly hard. I decided to make... where's my keys? There it is. Pizza. I love pizza. I don't care. Pizza's always good no matter what time of day it is. Do we have any? Luckily, we had some pizza in the freezer to heat up. Pizza and balls baked with love. Pizza. And all the makings of pizza types, including pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms, extra cheese, just to top it, bake it, serve it. I had to get more later. I placed the food in the dining room. However, none of the boys were there by the time I brought the final dish out. I carried that dish to the main lobby, catching the boys separating into different rooms of the house. Part of me wanted to go to one in particular. The other part of me wanted to just leave them and take the food in my hand to my room and eat. Maybe I could go out today while the boys are focusing on training. Find one of them! Find one of them! Find them! I quickly rushed back and grabbed a second food dish before hunting down one of the boys. I looked down each hall, trying to find one of the incubi wandering so that I wouldn't have to go through the individual room finding them. I pursed my lips in irritation. Where the heck are they? I sighed, knowing that I would have to search for them in each room. I quickly turned and headed up the stairs. I began to walk down the hall and opened a random door, peeking inside. Luckily enough, I found Damien in the study. Well, you'll do, I guess. Damien was in the study that I didn't recognize. In a study that I didn't recognize. Okay. There was a nice desk and a display case full of toys, books, and memorabilia. I had never entered this room before, but Damien looked like he knew this room, like the back of his hand. Damien was gazing at the pictures of the books on the shelf, almost looking lost and dazed. It was almost adorable, but I could sense a small hint of sadness in his eyes. Yo, bro, I'm here!
Huh? Oh, hello.
Hey! Damien turned to me, gave a gentle smile. Slow down. I gotta slow down my reading. As if he was doing nothing as I came in, entered the room and closed the door behind me.
I was just looking at the books. They're very interesting topics.
They're not bad. They're not bad. I looked over at the shelf and skimmed over the spines of each book. They were all books about business and psychology. All ranging in the thickness. Some crossed over and brought two picks together while... Topics! 2 picks! Why is there a space there? Brought the 2 topics together while others were strictly one or the other. Did my grandfather read and study all of these? They seemed to be used, but they were covered in a small layer of
Do
dust.
humans really study this much?
Apparently so. Not this human. Not me. No way. Occasionally, it depends on why we're studying.
What do you mean?
Well, if we are interested in a topic like business, we learn what we can because we want to know more.
Are there things you can't study?
Nope, there are books and stuff about everything and everything.
Even the demon world?
I said everything and everything. Anything and everything. Maybe, but usually those books are considered fiction or religious theory. It was almost cute to talk about learning with Damien. Aww. He's not the youngest, okay. I guess learning was different in the demon world, but telling him about learning was almost like telling a child the meaning of life. 42. I felt myself become a little wiser as we continued
Humans
talking.
can learn anything? At any time?
Calm down. We have libraries and bookstores full of books we can read.
Humans have the freedom to learn anything.
Yeah. I looked at Damien in confusion. He seemed to look jealous. What about demons? Can't they learn what they want? Damien shook his head before looking down at his feet.
Demons don't have schools to learn from like humans do. Everything we learn comes from experience or verbal mentoring. Books are only permitted to be read by higher nobles.
What? What? I stared wide-eyed. There were no schools in the Abyssal Plains. That seemed so unreal, yet in a way I wasn't that
The
surprised.
only ones who have ever touched a book are James and Eric, since they're the oldest. Sam and Matthew chose not to read.
Matthew read, just saying. What about you? Damien stood silent for a bit before sitting on the ground, leaning against a large desk in the room. I decided to follow along and sat beside
You
him.
brought food?
Are we doing it on a desk? Why didn't you answer my question? You're full of mysteries, boy! Huh? Oh yeah, I brought food here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You know, there's a book on how to make pizza. It's called a cookbook. What are you staring at? What are you staring at? Damien took his dish of food and began to politely eat. I followed suit. That's the wrong button. It was painfully obvious that he was dodging my question. Did I want to know? I was very curious. Save. Save it, just in case. But, ask again. Okay, good. I was curious, so I had to ask. However, Damien looked at me, stopping me from my mouth.
Because I'm technically not a noble at all.
Oh. Oh, right, I forgot he could do that. Damn it, Damien! I tilted my head and raised an eyebrow in confusion. Not a noble, but aren't you all brothers? If the others are nobles, that would make you one. Stop moving around. Damien looked to his dish with a sigh. I suddenly felt regret for asking and pushing the topic. Before I could apologize, Damien spoke.
We are all half-brothers. We only share the same father. Our mothers are all different. James, Eric, Sam, and Matthew all had noble mothers who are now queens. My mother was not a noble, and is not a queen.
So sad. He sounds so sad. I could see sadness in Damien's eyes. I bit my lip. I shouldn't have, but yes, you. I'm sorry. Damien shook his head, snapping out of his thoughts, and smiled at
For
me.
what? You didn't know, and were curious. It was only appropriate to answer.
Still, it was rude of me to pry like that. I'm sorry. I didn't know what to say. Damien only smiled lightly at me before continuing to eat. As he hit, my mind began to wander to the abyssal plains. What was it like? What did it look like? Was their castle big? How many servants did they have? My thoughts were halted by Damien chuckling, most likely at my thoughts. I turned red in embarrassment. Sorry.
You keep saying sorry when you don't need to. It's kind of cute.
God. Don't ever do that again. I pursed my lips, but couldn't stop blush from running across my face. This was going nowhere. I went back to eating in futility, earning another chuckle from Damien. However, as a groan escaped Damien's lips, I stopped and looked at him in surprise. You okay there, buddy?
Yeah. It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
I'm cool. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. I heard him gulp down and I had another groan, making me even more concerned than before. Thank you, Damien.
It's just a headache. I get it when I run out of energy. I'll be fine.
I don't want to do it in here. I don't want to. No, not in here. It feels wrong. It feels wrong. He was out of energy. Well, I guess we know what that means. Guess he didn't take enough when we first met, so it was just enough to heal his
None of
wound.
us took more than we needed to heal.
You okay? So somebody stabbing you there. From the sound of his ow voice, he was fighting back major pain. I felt encrypted bad. Damien smiled very lightly at me.
I'll be fine.
Bullshit. Oh, I was wondering what it meant by wait. Do that. If he needed energy, I was willing to give. I am a slut after all. Damien Broho. Damien instantly turned away from me before I could finish my sentence.
No!
Go!
No.
Whoa!
I'll be fine.
Dude!
I'm used to this.
Dude! Whoa! Calm down! I wasn't gonna freaking bite your head off! Used to it, used to pain? There was no way that was okay! Jesus Christ. Dude, the way he yelled no, I can just imagine him just flailing away from me, just flailing away. I glared at Damien's back before grabbing his shoulder and forcing him around. Damien stared at me wide-eyed in surprise. Bro, kiss me, now! Damien, let me help you for the love of God, please! I don't want to see you in pain like this. Take my love. I continued to stare at him, wondering if he'd make the first move. I wanted to help him, truly. I knew that my energy would make him feel... I knew that my energy would help him not feel pain. That was a weird way to put it. Damien must have heard my thoughts, as his gaze changed from nervous to piercing. Now, just get weird. Cue sexy music. Cue me moving my heater because it's literally burning my face off. There we go. All of a sudden, I felt a familiar warmth. Tucker, cover your ears. You can't hear this. Burned through my body once again. Felt my body slightly heat up as Damien wrapped an arm around my body and pulled my body tightly to his. Come down, Damien! Damien grew a lustful gaze before speaking, bringing a hand up to cup the back of my neck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Can I just say, your ear is awfully big. Just saying. Before I knew it, Damien pulled me into a gentle but passionate kiss. He erupted through my body as his kiss slowly and almost timidly got deeper. Damien kept an arm around me, my waist, while I rested my hand on his chest. I shouldn't really pet a dog while doing this at the same time. I keep getting distracted. Damien was a wild card, that was for sure. I didn't really know what to expect from him, and his kiss was no exception. Damien wasn't forceful, but his kiss was deep and passionate, and it felt almost magical. It was how I imagined the first kiss would be like, except with energy drain. Soon, then, the energy drain stopped, and Damien gently pulled his face away to end the kiss. I stared up at him as we both panted for air calm. I'd never kissed like that before. Woohoo! Sorry, this is getting awkward. I was so lost in that moment that I'd forgotten how to breathe. Don't make a snarky comment. Don't make a snarky comment. Just continue reading. Damien moved a strand of hair from my face to behind my ear, eyes still full of desire.
Okay now. But
I could feel the hold of his mind-altering spell fade away. But I still felt hot and vulnerable. Something told me that I wanted more, but at the same time I wasn't sure if I truly did want to give any more. Keep this gravy train rolling! I said rolling! There we go. Oh, I opened the opportunity and I was enjoying it just as much as he was. I wanted more and I was going to let him keep going. I wanted to keep going. I leaned up and kissed him again. Damien gasped against my lips, but continued to kiss back. The basis of their relationship is beautiful. I could feel him pull on the tail of my bow, releasing it and following his hand off around my neck. That sounds a little bit wrong, like he was choking you. He moved the ribbon to his pocket before gently unbuttoning the top of 2 buttons of my blouse, while they always steal my ribbon. The desire in my body drove me insane, forcing a moan to escape my lips as he ran kisses from my lips down to my exposed neck. As he began to lavish my neck and shoulder in hot kisses, I leaned my head back and let a pleasurable sigh escape my lips. Damien was ruthless in his passionate kiss of my skin. Damien didn't stop touching and kissing me, making more moans of gas burst out of my mouth into the open air. He may have been full, but he was as hot as I was. I couldn't even comprehend how much time we spent making out. Typical life of a teenager. I was lost in the pleasure that I didn't care. Call it sinful, but I didn't care. I loved it. His touch, his kiss, his heat. The fact that my voice, not my voice, but my throat is really hurting. I desired it beyond anything at that moment, even as he lowered his kisses down my chest, just above my brow. My heart was beating wildly in my chest. Something about... What the hell? It's okay. Something about Damien intrigued me immensely, but something in my heart quickened for him. It couldn't have been love, but it was too passionate to be lost. What was it? A crush. However, I began to feel dizzy, seeing the ceiling start to spin almost wildly. I gripped onto Damien's shoulder, trying to seal him to stop, but my mind faded to black before I could let out another sound. Goodbye! I felt good. Didn't care that I was blacked out. I felt warm and fuzzy inside. In the darkness, I never knew indulging in that kind of passion would be that good. I now just waited to awaken, hopefully in a good way. My eyes eventually fluttered open, adjusting to... There are so many sounds around me and it's really creeping me out. Fluttered open and adjusting to the side around me. I felt familiar silks underneath me, letting me know that I was in my bed. I slowly sat up, stretching from the tiredness that still lingered. I felt a very soft pain on my neck and shoulders as I could feel my swollen lips pulse gently and healing. However, when I looked down at my body, I saw that my shirt had been pulled back and rebuttoned as if nothing happened between me and Damien. I was just missing my ribbon. Before I turned to get out of bed, though, I spotted my ribbon on the pillow beside the one I slept on. It was tied around a small pen, and a nice bow with a small note attached to it. I gently slipped the note from the tie and opened it to read it.
Thank you. I indulged myself, but I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Damien.
Can I just...
Thank you. I indulged myself.
Shut up! It's like... He sounds like a customer at a store. Thank you. Thank you! You don't say thank you to something like that. I'm gonna end it here because my voice is slowly fading away. I'll see you guys next time.